Hey guys, Matt from Just Wrench It here, and today I'm going to do my best to run through this video real quick. And what we're going to do today is go over some alternatives to the Ulsa tool backpack that you see there. And if you haven't seen my video review on that, go check that out. It's a great backpack, but it is a little pricey. It's at the lower end of the premium tool bag market. Um, Definitely much bigger than most of the ones that you're going to be able to get. But again, check that out if you haven't seen that video. So today we're looking at alternatives here in the form of a Bostitch tool bag and an Ironland tool bag. I bought the Bostitch at Walmart, and don't quote me on it, but it was a little over 20 bucks. I want to say 25, somewhere in there, 24, 25 at my Walmart, and that's why I picked it up, because I was planning on doing a video like this and doing research about tool bags, and I saw that, and for the price and some of the features that it had, I just wanted to pick it up and review it, because as far as low cost goes, it's actually a pretty good bag. And then we have the Ironland. I picked this up on Amazon, and it was one of the daily deals. I forget what it's supposed to be. I think it's around $50, maybe $55 normally. I got it lower than that by a decent amount because it was one of the daily deals. Now, I haven't heard too much from Ironland. I know it's a Chinese company. They make some other tool bags and things, electricians, storage tools like tool belts and stuff, but nothing too crazy. So, as far as what they offer, I'm going to have to say this is the best bag that they have that I've seen available on Amazon. So real quick here, let's go through the features. And by the way, since it's early in the video, if you don't know my style, these are being given away in this video today. So what you see and the features that you like, hopefully you can enter the giveaway and be able to win one of these for yourself. So let's first check out the Bostitch. Picked it up at Walmart. It does have some sewn in loops here on the front for, I would guess that'd be mainly for like clip storage and things of that nature. You know, you could clip some carabiners to this and then attach some other stuff to that, or maybe you'd have something that would slip through both and that would be good enough to hold it. There is a small, it's the one pocket I didn't unzip. There's a small pocket up front here. There's a gray. I thought this was reflective, but from what I can tell, it's not. That'd be kind of cool if it was. It might have like a little reflectivity, but not actually reflective. So that would have been a nice feature if they would have included that. So in the first pocket, front pocket, you have like a flip Velcro pouch for like a phone, or I don't know, maybe a small meter, network tester, something. You have a sewn in pouch, a little D-ring hook on the edge, and it does have the sewn in sides to kind of keep any small stuff that you might have in there if you happen to unzip this all the way, but you're not going to keep much in there. It's not going to hold a lot. It's mostly for small stuff. So the front pouch does have some functionality to it. There on the side, we have these. I hate these. I hate them. I hate them to death. They always make them with this thin mesh, and any tool or anything that you put in there repeatedly for long enough is going to wear through that mesh. It's on both sides. And also over here, there's a little clear plane here, like you see that Bostitch and the plastic. You can slide like a card in there, maybe like an identifier to tell somebody whose bag it is. Up here on the side, we have a Velcro adjustable kind of loop that you can throw something on, electrical tape or duct tape, you know, whatever have you. On the back, on the arms, we do have more of that gray. And again, it is maybe slightly reflective, but not very much. You got your D-rings and a very well padded back. The straps have a pad and the grip to them too, so that's going to be nice. One of the things that I do like, you have this plastic molding over the top loop, so that's going to be nice when you grab it. Now, going into the main pocket. Okay, what you see here is, and I know the light sucks, so forgive me, you have some pouches here on this. You have a few, 3 main pouches and a few smaller pouches divided by some sewn sections. Some for smaller things, some for regular size things. But here is the nice feature that I like about this. Again, you see another handle with another over molding. This pulls out and it's double-sided. So on the back you have more rings, more pouches. These seem to be a little bigger. That pulls out. Now, provided that the weight's good enough and there's some other stuff in the backpack, I think that this would stand up on its own. But I really like that feature. You can kind of grab your mainstay out of the bag, and then you can just kind of, I wish it would stand up on its own somehow, or, you know, otherwise be a little better once it's pulled out of the bag. But yeah, you're going to be able to just grab your stuff out really easily. Here you have a laptop space with a strap. It is heavily padded on the back, and the pocket itself has a pad. I'm not going to say you'd probably be stressed to fit anything more than like a 14 or 15-inch laptop in this. Definitely like a tablet or something would fit in there just fine. On the bottom, this is some of the disappointment here. We have these very minor foot pads on the bottom of the bag. Granted, there is a lot of rigidity here. There's a hard piece of plastic in the bottom around the edge to help keep its form, but that's your only protection against water or the elements, and I would imagine on uneven surfaces and things, you're going to have a hard time getting this thing to stand up straight. I know I am when it's empty here. So, I mean, but for 25 bucks, it's got a lot of nice features. You're going to be able to store some tools, and I really think it's worth the money. Is it going to last you forever? Is it going to carry everything you need? Probably not. But it is a good start. Maybe buy one of these to see if you like the convenience of a tool backpack, and then maybe later upgrade to something maybe like the Ironland. More likely, I would go with the Ulsa, but you could go with something like this Ironland. Now, it's got its front pouch, nice heavy rubber molding here on that pouch, and it's made to stand out a little bit. There's no pockets or any individual pouches in here. It's just one big pouch, so they could have done something better with that. On the side here, another adjustable. This one, the snap kind of lock-in, and again, you could put anything on there, but it looks kind of like they're intending that to help hold whatever you might put in this pocket that might be taller than the bag. And again, another one of these pockets. Now, what I will say on this one, something that is a little better is that bottom has stitched nylon or, well, canvas of some kind. I'm assuming it's mostly like a polyester nylon. So that's pretty good. On this side, a similar pouch, but it's got the flip top and it's solid. So I like that a lot better. Inside, we have a strap across the edge with sewn in sections every so often. So that's going to hold whatever you happen to slide in there, screwdrivers or whatnot. You have 3 pouches on the back side, sewn in and divided. Not too bad. I would have liked to see a little more. They could have done some more over here on the top with maybe something to hold taller tools, but it should be okay for the most part. Now, the handle on this one has a much better overgrip. It's got finger ridges in the underside and some thumb grips on the top. It's a lot thicker and round, so that's going to be a lot better for you. And here's where, let me try to get the way right on this. Okay, so on the back side of the big pouch, we have a zipper pocket, which is just mainly storage. You might store something small in there. It's really shallow, so it's only a few inches deep. Then you have this netting pocket. And again, I'm not a big fan of the netting, but that might come in handy. You might find something to put there. Here is where the Ironland bag shines. On the back side, we see a lot of smaller pockets, screwdrivers, wrenches, whatever have you, are going to fit in there really well. And over here, they did put the straps with the dividers along the top. So if you have something taller, it's going to fit in there just fine. On the bottom, we have more pockets, 2 with flaps, 1 without for like your electrical meter or whatever. Here is where the Ironland is king. You can pull out this section, okay, and look at all those pockets. There's 4 on the top, 4 on the middle, and 2 on the bottom. Very big pockets. Then, on the back side, same thing. And this is, again, where it gets interesting. There's a Velcro loop on the top. Inside, same thing. There's a D-ring there on that side. There's a tape measure holder on that side. So, if you're working with this bag and you have your go-to tools that you know you're probably going to grab, you just grab this thing, set it out. It's probably still not going to stand up on its own, but not with any real weight in it. But everything, you kind of like flip through it, right? And everything's going to be right there for you. I really like that feature. For all the pockets and all the things in this bag, it's actually a very good deal. Again, is it going to last you forever? Is it rated to be waterproof or water resistant? I don't see anything that says that it is, and I don't recall it saying it is. Now, what it does have over the other, which is similar to the Ulsa Tool backpack, it's got a very nice hard rubber bottom here with some grooves. I don't know why they went with all the grooving on it, but that's going to be great for the junkyard, or if you're working in a mud puddle or something like that, to where you throw this thing down, you don't have to worry about it. It's a good 1.5 to 2 inches, it looks like. Probably more like 2, maybe even a little over 2 inches thick. So it's going to sit and it's not going to get wet. Now, the one thing I don't like, which I'll pull this out to show you, is there's no covering on the inside. I mean, that's a personal preference, but the whole bag is essentially sewn to the bottom. So that could be a little better, but that's mostly aesthetics. I doubt anyone else really cares about that. The straps on this seem a lot better. There's still padding. The back's padded very well, so you're not going to sweat to death holding this thing. And I don't know what the weight rating is, but I imagine if you could fill it up and comfortably pick it up, that you're going to be able to carry it just fine. Is it comparable to the Ulsa Tool backpack in terms of quality? No. Does it have a lot of nice storage features? Yes. I actually wish now that Ulsa had done something like that with a removable tool section like these other two backpacks have. I think that that's very handy, and I think that that would serve somebody really well, especially if you're using this as like a technician bag or an electrician's bag. You can kind of store your go-to tools on that insert and just pull it out when you get to the job and you're ready to work and start immediately, because all your tools are just slide right out of your bag. So I really wish Ulsa Tools had done something similar to that in some fashion for their bag. Maybe there'll be another version come out sometime soon, and it'll have some new features. But I'm still in love with this bag for what you can store in it, what you can keep in it, and the quality build of the bag. You just can't beat it for the price. You really can't. But if you're not into spending about $100 on a tool backpack, here are some good options for you. Now, I want to thank you guys for watching, and if you would, comment down below. Tell me if you use a bag, what kinds you use, and what you like about it, what you don't like about it. If you don't use a bag and you want to find out if you can get one of these, comment down below and tell me what you would use one of these bags for. Trips to the junkyard? Would you take it to work? Are you a traveling technician and something like this has been on your mind for a while, but you just haven't pulled the trigger and bought one? Or would you just like it to run over to your buddy's house and take some of your tools with you when you're going to tinker? So let me know in the comments below. That will enter you into the giveaway. And then in a week or so, once we've accrued a decent amount of comments, I will select winners and we will give these away. All right, guys, Matt from Just Wrench It. I will see you in the next video.